Part 2 of Turnabout Airlines. Freaking airport. I know that once we had landed, I'm supposed to let the local police take over. Thanks to Miss Tenero and Miss Meal, I was able to preserve the crime scene. But I just can't shake it. I wasn't able to talk with Miss Tenero in private. So I'm wondering, what was she up to? Why did she do it? There must be a way for me to continue my investigation. I've been expecting you, Miles Edgeworth. Franziska? I thought you were still in Germany. I go where I am needed. And wherever there are criminals to be caught. Her name is Franziska von Karma, the daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karma. She, like myself, is a prosecutor. Are you heading up this case? It'll be a bit of a relief if you are. Don't try to flatter me. Miles Edgeworth, I am placing you under arrest. What? It's quite frustrating, actually. I had hoped to exact my revenge on you in a different venue. But I'll have to take what I can get. I never thought I'd see the day when a disciple of the House of Von Karma would become a criminal. Have you no shame? Wait, it has all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim. A misunderstanding? I heard all about the murder over the police radio from the captain himself. You waited for the victim on the first floor, and then beat him to death. Franziska, do you honestly believe that I killed a man? Take that as a no. I suppose I should reserve judgment until after I investigate this for myself. I could put your arrest on hold until then. That's as it should. I don't need a lecture on how to perform my duties, you of all people. To be perfect in every way, the fulfillment of that creed alone is all I strive for. Well, I have my own creed, which I must fulfill. So why don't we solve this together? I have to get going. The crime scene awaits. Don't you dare leave town. Trust me, I had no intention to. Detective Gumshoe! Yes, sir! Too slow. Ow! Listen up. I'm leaving you in charge of watching this man. Don't mess up, understand? But Mr. Edgeworth? I'm supposed to guard him? Simple yes or no, detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. You just leave it to me. Miles Edgeworth. If you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? Now then, if you'll excuse me. Good to see you again, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Boy, am I glad to see you're okay. Thank you, Detective. I believe in you, sir. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this. I have to admit, I'm a bit curious. Maybe I should ask the good detective. Very well, in that case, I have a few questions for you. I love them. So how's the initial investigation going? We just shipped the body off to the coroner's office. And we're taking statements now, sir. That sounds like Francisco. She always was good at quick responses to a case. I'd say she was, going a little too quick, sir. Oh, how so? I rushed on over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. But somehow when I got here, Miss Foreign Karma was already here barking out orders at everyone. It was kind of creepy. As though she knew there had been a murder or something. And had come in advance to wait your flight's arrival. That is sort of odd. She did show up rather quickly and out of the blue. Plus, I still don't know why she's here in America. Must be some backstory to all this. Frank Harma kind of popped up in the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident. No details? Kind of top secret, so she can talk about it. Even with me, sir. Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her weapon. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her talking to the detective. Although I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine. Anyway, that's about all the info I have, sir. We should find out more as we investigate. Yes, it is high time to resume my investigation. Starting with talking to the people involved in this case afresh. Not bad. Gotten big enough to warrant its own branch shop. I've always wanted to give their steak lunch a try. What should I go with? I recommend our airport special World Flags lunchboxes, only available for a limited time. We have a variety of lunchboxes made up to look like different countries' flags. If you really want one that badly, Detective, why don't you go ahead and buy one? Is that okay, sir? Thanks. Alright, then I'm really gonna get one. Here I go. Excuse me, miss. I'll take a Star-Spangled Banner lunchbox, please. He's aware that's the most expensive one of them. He was in first class with me. He was quite shaken up by the whole affair. I'd be pretty scared too if I got caught up in a murder investigation, sir. I did it. I made it the whole flight. I'm not scared of turbulence anymore. His life vest is proof I made it alive. It's now my prized possession. How could you just take that from the plane? Mr. Edgeworth, it's got nothing to do with the murder, at least. Oh, is that the captain? I don't remember seeing him during this call. Ice cream is very chunky. Must be the captain. Why, yes, I am. And who might you be? I am the prodigy prosecutor, Francisco Karma. I have a few questions for you. Ah, don't you dare, Captain. Getting friendly with another woman. I'll never forgive you if you do. Oh, I'll never forgive you if I do. What are you talking about? I only have eyes for you, my dear Cammy. I wouldn't bet many on our dear captain to be much of a reputable. Sure you don't want to ask the captain some questions, sir? He was in the cockpit the entire time. I highly doubt he would know any use. Anyway, I'd like to leave that type of witness to Franziska and her whip. I love Franziska so much. Oh, that guy. Now, see here. How long do you intend to hold me? It is impossible for me to be the criminal, I told you. Mr. LeBlanc. Oh, it's you. Tell this man to stop stopping me from going. Time is money. I don't have even 1 second of wasteful time to spend. Supposed to talk to him. Sir, you can't go in there. One of the prosecutors. No one's allowed to enter without Miss Von Karma's express permission. But I'm on the case. Yes, I understand that, but I also have explicit expressions to not let you through from it. Why would you do this to me, Franziska? Yeah, I don't want to talk to this man. Hey, get out of my way. I do not concern if you're not done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back. If you make a single scratch on my art, you will pay. Art? What sort of art? Mr. LeBlanc is an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork down in the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small. From folk costumes to stone statues, I sell all kinds of art. Folk costumes? Speaking of which, this one's on. Oh, it does. There to be this much blood on this piece of cloth. The victim wrapped in it at something? So I'm very familiar about this fabric now. Oh, I probably have to present it. Mr. LeBlanc, can you take a look at this? Oh, it's Borginian cloth. As I suspected. Your hat is made of the same material, I suppose. Yes, of course. This fabric is so famous, orders come from over the seas for more. Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier? No, no, no. My cargo this time is much, much mini gigantic. You, detective. When can I have my cargo moved? You can get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal. Does Gumshoe have a cauliflower ear? The stubbornness of you police it is no good. It is no good that that attendant refuses to exit the attendant's room, too. Oh. Arizona? interview. I still have not come out. Make no sign of coming out either. I finished my own interview much earlier, quicker than her. Miles Edgeworth, you were given free rein to examine the plane, weren't you? Yes, I was able to obtain the cooperation of the flight attendant. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Miss Tenaro. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room? Sure I do. You still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances. I understand. You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking. You can't pull the wool over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth. Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime was here, in the very lounge the body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found. The only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This, unmistakably, makes you the likeliest suspect. I mean, yeah, the information that has been presented, yes. That was suspect. They're usually a bit more absolute. Simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to... Thank you. But your leniency, sir, for I will prove... Hey, can I examine this phone? No, I can't.
Objection!
Objectione. Repair. What does that mean?
Objection!
Now who's the one rashly jumping? All you did was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove that the body was moved. It could be that the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place. I expected you would come to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily. Yvonne Karma is perfect in every way, except for the fact that I took your daddy down. Ah, but did you know that the killer definitely wheeled the suitcase around at some point?
Objection!
As if there's proof of that.
Take that!
Spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. Yes, and I'd like to draw your attention to this area.
Take that!
This mark here. Wouldn't you say that it looks like suspiciously like tracks from two wheels? I suppose. Further, there is also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. This means that the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here. I suppose this means that the killer did move the victim's body from their house. I'm glad you come to this. Not so fast! This still doesn't put you in the clear, not by a long shot. Part 2. You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. And then you waited for the victim in the lounge, where you beat him to death. Then, while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the suitcase. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from, and pretended to be the discoverer of the body. Not a bad bit of logic for something you thought of on the fly. Just what are you insinuating? That I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is. No matter how strong of a face you put on, not even you. I'll explode the flaws in her logic on one fell swoop.
Objection!
The piggy bank. But it's not a piggy, it's a raccoon. It looks like a raccoon. I have ice cream here, and there's so much chocolate in it. Bordering on too much. Good though. The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account in your this should be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something good. Evidence and logic. Essential tools that those who stand in a courtroom must learn to master. But what if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix? A fake? This Captain Hugo Piggy Bank is just such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon. What? The timing of when the bank was taken from the shop is important. It was taken after the turbulence had occurred. But then what about the blood on the bank? What do you make of that? I assume it was added after the murder, when the killer fabricated this weapon. Looking at it this way, the killer basically did 3 things after the church. After exiting the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Then the killer proceeded to pick the bank up off the floor and took it to fabricate a fake murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head. Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personage, in my pocket to be precise. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Acby. You there? Yes, ma'am. Other than this piggy bank, was anything else resembling a murder weapon found? We didn't find anything in this lounge or in the shop that could be used as one, ma'am. Most of the items that could have been used were broken during the turbulence, and the remaining items all tested negative for any trace of blood. I see. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it appears your stall tactics are at an end. But it's possible that it's just hidden somewhere, sir. Eek! If the criminal had wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place, I think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody clock. Exactly what I was thinking. Because the cloth was hidden inside of that suitcase, it signals to me that the killer had not prepared a more secure place to hide the evidence. Which means that the real murder weapon is either still on the murder's personage, or it is still at the real crime scene.
Objection!
There's one more possibility, and that would be that the piggy bank is in fact the real weapon. But didn't we just... Let me finish. The killer took the bank out from the display case before the turkey by opening the lock on the display case door. And it was at that time that the glass pane in the door was broken. I'd say that's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning, wouldn't you? Let's see, so that means that the killer had the key to the display case. The person you're talking about. Not so fast. I'm not finished. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying. Speaking of which, I recall that you was... Oh my gosh. I recall that you also wish to speak. Very well, permission granted. But only if I can sit in on your interrogation. Do we understand each other? I have no intention of interrogating her. But you are welcome to accompany me if you so wish. Miss Ternero is in the flight attendant's room. Like, look at that. That is all dough. It's all cookie dough. You're the one that poked around inside this plane without the captain's permission. Deviating from a flight attendant's manual is very unbecoming, you know. What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you're here too? Please help us and shed some light on why you did what you did. Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that? I didn't think I would be able to get it. What do you mean? The captain only has ears for candy. I spoke with the captain a little earlier myself. He definitely would rather take him with me. Yes. And on top of that, I had mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends. In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges. Really? You were able to prove your innocence? Oh, thank goodness. Miss Ternero, is it? There's one more thing I'd like to ask you. You were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence, weren't you? Please answer honestly. Yes, I was. And why were you there? Well, I had a sudden hesitation. It seems to have struck her. All I did was go check up on the shop like I always do. You're saying it was for work then? I'm in charge of the shop, but I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. After your visit to the shop, you paid a visit to the room, correct? Yes, I came back to freshen up and adjust my makeup. Sorry, but there isn't much else to tell. You could please take a look at this for me, Miss Tuna? Oh, that's okay. Yes, about this suitcase. You were the one who designed it, correct? And I think I figured something else out about it. This suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? Nothing you won't find out eventually, is... Won't you please tell me more about this suitcase? Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcases I had designed were selling. I knew that as a service professional I'm not supposed to care, but I really wanted to know. And I was glad to see that it was the last one there. Hear that? So, you're saying, Mr. Nero, that the suitcase in question was the last one? Yes. They're just so popular, they're practically flying off the shelves. The one in the shop is most definitely the last one. Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase. Really? And I guess we sold all of them. Thank you so much for taking the last one. I didn't say anything about buying it. Didn't say you'll buy it. I'm sorry, I can't. But why? I think it'd go great with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. I guarantee it personally as a service professional. Well, that is. How should I put that? He said yes. What? Yeah. Moving on. My issue with the suitcases isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining. For me. There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it. Ew, but that's impossible. I'm sure there was only one. Looks like her story has generated quite the comment. And I left the shop. I'm positive there was only one suitcase left. There's a miss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? By the way, Miss Tenero, what is one of those suitcases doing here? That just said there was only one left. That one is, it's mine. Used it for a very long time now. Yeah, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me. Excuse me? I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time. It proves that this hasn't been used for near. Also, can we discuss the fact that this is a $1,200 suitcase?
Take that!
Jeez. Tell me, Mr. Nero, does it also have it to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase? What is the meaning of this? Why would you lie about a suitcase? Despite having faith in her design sense. The sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. Now I think I understand. I know what you were trying to hide. You know, the price tag is still on the suitcase. One can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. The person who bought the suitcase was... Oh, he was 28. Or 62. Or 19. 32.
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it, Miss Tenero? I hate to say this, but this suitcase you designed, it hasn't sold very well, has it? You saw how poorly this design you poured your heart into was selling. I'm deeply hurt. Okay. I was overjoyed when my design was chosen. I thought that maybe I had finally accomplished. Suitcases didn't sell. It's because of the design, isn't it? All because it's, as you put it. I can't say it was a great place in which to sell them either. They weren't selling a single one, and they were just sitting there collecting dust. I felt so bad seeing them there day in and day out. So I decided to buy one for every flight I worked. Buy one every single time you work a flight. Girl, they're $1,200 suitcases. I see. So in order to keep your resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Yes, and here's my receipt for that purchase. $5.40. Truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. They're planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight. Scenario, where are the other suitcases? They should all be down in the cargo hold. And the suitcase killer used could very well have come from the cargo hold. Sarah, you don't think the killer used one of my suitcases? Yes, I do. Killer used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body. How could they? Suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on our trip. That's all I ever wished for them to be. Sarah, is there any other way to get to the cargo hold other than... The only way is just through that door there. What about security? That door has no special lock installed because just to enter this room, you need a special key card that only crew members access. Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter the room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects. I can't believe it. Yes, Francesco? Going on these wild goose chases, you're a disgrace to the Von Karma name. What do you mean by that? Suitcase came from the cargo hold. That fact alone tells the whole story. Yes, which indicates that the culprit must be a crew member who used their card key. Miles Edgeworth. You're proposing that the killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct? Yes, that's the only realistic possibility. That other attendant, Miss Meal, I asked her earlier and she had this to say. In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different key card is required. A different one? Yes, and the only person who holds that particular card is you, Miss Rhoda Tenero, and only you. Is this true, Miss Tenero? Yes, I keep that key card in my locker at all times. Would you please show us that card right now? Yes, hold on. I don't believe it. The key card, it's gone. Huh, very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen when in fact you're just trying to hide it. Really thought this through. Wait, it's not like that. You can tell us all about what it's like down at the station. Officer, arrest this woman. Yes, ma'am. There's disbelief written all over your face. Franziska, I know that you were the lead investigator on this case. However, hold it. Don't even think about wasting any more of my time. You know the rules as well as I do. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Mr. Miles Edgeworth? To be continued. All right. Well, that was a short one. See, these videos, the Ace Attorney cases are wildly. Last one was an hour and a half. This one's only 41 minutes. See how long the next one is. Anyway, well, thanks for hanging out.